Hopefully I don't have the hairline of a 35-year-old man today. What is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today I'm going to be talking about how strong testosterone can make you, okay? Because there's this big belief that right now I'm weak, I'm pre-T, I'm not as strong as I would like to be, I don't look how I'd like to look. You know what's going to fix that? As soon as I start on testosterone, I'm going to be the strongest motherfucker on earth. Before I go ahead and break down how strong testosterone can and can't make you, make sure if you're new here, and not subscribed, you go ahead and press that subscribe button down below to support me. If you are interested in coaching a meal plan or a training plan designed specifically for your needs and where you'd like to see yourself in the future, go ahead and email me, devindoescoaching@gmail.com, which I will also include in the description down below. Follow me on Instagram. Without a further ado, let's get into the video, guys. I'm shirtless, okay? How strong can testosterone make you? Strength is a natural thing. You can build upon your strength, but the strongest motherfuckers in the world, it's because they already had a natural predisposition to be strong. Just like in bodybuilding, just like in building your physique, how some people have good genetics for, having amazing pecs, they have amazing abs. That's the same way that strength does. The strongest people in the world, like Larry Wheels, they were strong as fuck before they took anything. It's not just the testosterone, the HRT, anything like that that is making them strong. With that being said, just like genetics is not an excuse within bodybuilding, genetics is not an excuse to be weak as fuck, okay? So there are ways to program yourself, there are ways to train, factors to optimize when you want to get strong as fuck. So just because you might not be the strongest person in the world right now doesn't mean that you cannot build yourself up to be strong as fuck and way stronger than you ever have been before. I'm sure a lot of you guys know, like some trans guys who have been on T for hella years, even some cis guys that are just simply not that strong. I was doing 1 plate for reps when I was about 8 months on T, 9 months on T, deadlifted 315 pounds for like 1 rep, all under 1 year on testosterone. How can you become stronger? How can you make yourself stronger? Because none of us should just be happy with the fact, oh, I have a shitty physique, oh, I'm weak as fuck, fuck it, fine. That's just what's gonna happen to me. No, there's always ways to better yourself. So the first way, and this depends on your body composition, right? If you're like plus 20, 25% body fat, you should not fucking bulk, okay? You should cut down to about sub 20% body fat before you bulk. The best way to gain strength is by eating in a caloric surplus. That's why you see a lot of power lifters are not super fucking ripped. They're not skinny boys with like twig abs, you feel me, and anything like that. They're just kind of thick as fuck and they're strong as fuck, and that's because they prioritize eating in a caloric surplus. Mass moves mass. If your sole drive is to get strong as fuck and you don't really care how you look, you just want to feel stronger. I was at that place for a little while. I was tired of not being able to lift that much, so I just said, fuck it, I don't care how I look, I want to get thick as fuck. This comes with diminishing returns, okay? You've eaten fucking 1,000 calories over your maintenance calories, right? The more I eat, the more weight I'll be able to move. Like, no, if that was the case, people would eat 7,000 calories and fucking bench 405 like it's nothing. Where bulking does become very helpful is when you're skinny as fuck, you simply have like no muscle, no fat on your body, and you want to get stronger, you definitely need to eat more food, okay? The next aspect of this is your training style. Are you training like high volume, or are you training solely bodybuilding style? I myself take a power building approach. So what this means is the way that I incorporate strength movements into my bodybuilding style is by training bench press, deadlifts, and squats. I do 5 sets of 5. That is a strength rep and set range. Usually when you get to about 6 to 12 reps, that's going to be more so hypertrophy. Really, I focus on just being strong with proper form. Usually within bodybuilding, you'd add 1 more rep before you add weight. I'm gonna add a 2.5 plate. I'm gonna add a little bit of weight to keep my strength progressing. And then when you throw in testosterone on top of this, you're not gonna go from I can barely bench press 135 to, oh my God, I'm repping out 225 like it's nobody's business. Testosterone magnifies, it amplifies what's already there. Staying hydrated, water, you guys do not understand how important it is, because when you don't drink enough water, your muscles are going to be flat and you're not gonna be able to push as hard, okay? When you drink enough water, your muscles kind of expand, therefore you're more hydrated and your muscles are gonna be able to push harder, which can result in like 1 more rep, training a little bit more intense, having your head a little bit more in the game, and that ultimately, after weeks, after months, after years, results in more gains. Rest and recovery. Rest and recovery is not the same thing. Rest is essentially like sleeping, sitting on the couch, being in a restful state, not being stressed out. A lot of people get this confused for recovery. You sleeping is not really recovery, okay? Foam rolling, this gun thing that my girl got me for Christmas, I believe, that's just literally the same thing. Myofascial release, the same thing as a foam roller, this gun thing. And then I also have been a giant fan, like a fucking grandma, I've been a giant fan of Epsom salt bath. Oh my God, a nice hot Epsom salt bath, when you get in it, I just feel like a pat of butter on some warm pancakes, okay? Like it really hits the spot. If you are interested in coaching, go ahead and email me. Devin loves you. Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.